Hey guys, what's up? It's Dan again from CryptoCamacho.com. And hey guys, today I want to talk about the one and only Bitcoin Cash. And the reason I want to talk about Bitcoin Cash today is because there's some things in the works right now with Bitcoin Cash that I think are really interesting. The price is kind of fluctuating down with the market today, but I'm curious to know where you think the price can actually go tomorrow compared with Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. But I want to show you this app, and I want to show you an app that they just came out with that utilizes Bitcoin Cash, because I think it has a tremendous potential to really be a game changer in the market for a number of reasons. But first, let's go over to CoinMarketCap and let's look at Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash right now is sitting at number 4 in terms of market capitalization on CoinMarketCap. It's recently been dethroned by Ripple as the number 3 cryptocurrency in terms of total market cap, only behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. And interestingly, it's still in the top 5. You know, it's number 4 in overall market cap. And I think it'll stay there for a while, if not going up, you know, further back to number 3. But it'll be interesting to see how Ethereum and Ripple play out in the months to come. So what I really wanted to talk about, look at this. Okay, so the price of Bitcoin Cash right now, it's about $692. The whole market is down right now. If you look at the Bitcoin chart, the BTC chart, it's also about 6,800, and it's looking to now go down to create the double bottom, which I think it's going to create a double bottom about right there, approximately. Let me change the color of that. Let's go with yellow. It'll probably go down to around 6,000, if not even below 6,000, to create kind of its last wave before bouncing back up. Bitcoin Cash is really doing the exact same thing. Here's kind of the double bottom right here. It looks like it's going a little bit lower, and it probably has the potential even to go down to around 600, 550, something like that, before really retracing and coming back up, you know, and coming back up as the market corrects. I expect this to happen in the next month or two, maybe less, but this has to play out. It has to correct, and then you'll see a bounce back shortly after that as the market starts heating up again. But I really wanted today to talk about a specific app called CoinText. So CoinText recently came out. It was launched probably a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And what it basically enables, it enables you to send, receive, and store Bitcoin Cash over any phone through SMS without the internet at all. And it's actually very, very interesting and a very, very cool service that they are providing here. And I wanted to go through a little bit and talk about CoinText, talk about what CoinText is, and wanted to talk about how this could affect the price of Bitcoin Cash, as well as other applications, other systems, other UIs and interfaces that are coming out that are being produced by either N-Chain or other Bitcoin Cash proponents to enable, you know, faster and more transactions, cheaper transactions by using Bitcoin Cash, right? Which you all know there's a big debate right now about Bitcoin Core, BTC, versus Bitcoin Cash, BCH, and what really is the real Bitcoin. You know, and in reality, it doesn't really matter what the real Bitcoin is. It really only matters on what's the utility of each coin, right? That should ultimately determine what the value is of each coin. Right now, the utility and the value of Bitcoin is largely, I think, derived from, you know, fear of missing out, people FOMO, and people anticipating the price is going to go up on Bitcoin, putting their money in there, storing it as gold, as a store of value, and just leaving it in there, and not necessarily transacting with Bitcoin directly at all, right? By paying for things, by sending people money in Bitcoin, by buying something on Amazon in Bitcoin or at your local store with Bitcoin. That's not really happening because Bitcoin Core cannot scale the way everybody thought that it could, and now it's becoming kind of this default store of value because transaction fees are too high, costs are too high, it's too slow to transact, so forth and so on. So what Bitcoin Cash is actually trying to do is they're trying to follow the true vision of Satoshi Nakamoto, if you read in the white paper, by creating a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. They're doing that in a number of different ways, and one of the ways they're doing that is by enabling different applications to make it much more easy to send, receive, and to store Bitcoin Cash, you know, to any over the internet, you know, to anybody across the internet. And CoinText is a way that this is actually happening. So let me go through this a little bit. CoinText, essentially, you're going to ask for a regional number. You're going to request a regional number, and you're going to text the word cash to your region's number. So, right, I live in the U.S., so I'm going to text, this phone number right here with the word cash, and by doing that, it'll actually create a seeded wallet for me on the Bitcoin Cash blockchain itself, and my wallet will then be stored directly there, right? And then I'll be able to actually go and send and receive Bitcoin Cash through my phone while I'm not even on internet, right? And that's what they're claiming here. I haven't actually used this yet, and so I just wanted to review it a little bit. I wanted to get the thoughts of the community, and I am going to sign up here, and I'm going to start transacting with Bitcoin Cash over my cell phone and just see how it works. And when I do that, I'll obviously let you guys see that happen, and I'll definitely show you how it works, because I'm very curious to see if it works well or not. So Bitcoin Cash over SMS, transact Bitcoin Cash with any type of mobile phone using simple text commands without the internet, apps, accounts, or passwords. That's very, very cool, right? Simple, secure, and global, and it will be built on top of the Bitcoin Cash blockchain. Okay, so find your number. About CoinText is probably worth reading. CoinText is a for-purpose project to deliver global finance to anyone with a mobile phone. Now, I can see this being very, very useful for people in third world countries that do not have access to banks, do not have access to cash on demand, but they may have mobile phones, right? They could very easily use this to transfer wealth or transfer value from one person or one party to another person or another party, right? When they're making an exchange, as does any monetary system, right? So the ability to transact Bitcoin Cash without the internet over SMS opens global market opportunities for billions of poor and underbanked people around the world. This is very true. I think it's a very, very cool thing that they're doing, and I think it's going to propel the price of Bitcoin Cash up higher, even though it is down right now. But in the long term, I think by building applications like this, definitely will help the cryptocurrency community gain adoption. It will help Bitcoin Cash gain adoption, and it will become an actual, tool that's used and useful by people in their everyday lives. Right now, a lot of people complain and ask, why would I ever need Bitcoin, right? Why would I ever even need it? Well, people in third world countries will need Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash to do transactions because they may not have access to banks and things like that, right? So that's just kind of one reason or one facet. One thing I think is very cool about this this app, CoinText, is that there are text commands built into the service that allows you to receive, send, and check the balance of your Bitcoin Cash directly on your phone. And literally all you have to do is text different words on your iPhone. You just text different words to a specific number, and you'll get all these commands, you'll get all these things, right? So if you text, for example, the word balance to your Bitcoin Cash number, you'll retrieve the balance in your wallet of Bitcoin Cash that you have available, right? If you text the word receive to CoinText, then you'll be able to receive Bitcoin Cash. You'll get an address, and you'll be able to provide that to somebody else to send you Bitcoin Cash over your phone, right? With or without internet. If you do send, you'll be able to send Bitcoin Cash to somebody else. And if you say send to address, you'll be able to send directly to a Bitcoin Cash wallet, right? Whereas send amount right here is you're sending to your friend's CoinText phone number. You're sending Bitcoin Cash directly to them. So this is very, very cool. And I'm very curious to know what you guys think of this and how do you think it will be adopted. I think for sure it's going to be adopted in third world countries and countries that don't have access to banking. Not so sure if it's going to be adopted as wide in the US, Australia, the UK, in more first world countries. I think it eventually will, but I think it's going to take some time to catch on. And I think more merchants are going to need to accept Bitcoin Cash before this will actually catch on. And I think that's the key, is getting the merchants to accept Bitcoin Cash would be a complete game changer, right? Because I would love to pay for my services in Bitcoin Cash, but most people don't accept Bitcoin Cash as a form of payment, so I can't actually pay with it, right? So anyways, one other thing I wanted to show you is the instructions here. And again, I'm gonna sign up for this and make another video and show you exactly how it works. But right now, I'm just trying to introduce you to what CoinText is. Not being paid for this, just think it's a really cool service. So this is instructions on, again, how to use CoinText through your mobile phone. I went through these commands. These are just showing kind of demos of how the commands actually work. And then it goes into a little bit more specifics about how it works as well. Frequently asked questions, again, it just goes through how the actual service works. And this service right here, it's fairly similar to a service called Circle, right? So if you remember, I made a video maybe a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago, about an app called Circle, which was recently acquired by Goldman Sachs. And Goldman Sachs bought this application as an acquisition to get their fingers into the cryptocurrency world. They also recently bought the exchange Poloniex, right? So they're Wall Street is trying to get their bloody fingers into cryptocurrency in all angles. I have been using Circle. I think it's a very cool app. It's very similar to CoinText. You don't have to use Bitcoin Cash. You could use a variety of different cryptocurrencies, and you text just like you do on CoinText. I've been pretty impressed with it. You can try this one out. I like this as well, but I'm curious to try out CoinText. And one other quick thing, when I say that merchants need to accept Bitcoin Cash for it to really start skyrocketing and to go up in price, and for tools like CoinText to be utilized, they are actually doing that, right? So recently I stumbled across this tool called, it's called pukerpub.io, right? A private payment gateway and point of sale solution for Bitcoin Cash. And I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. It's an open source interface or point of sale system utilizing Bitcoin Cash. And I think it's pretty interesting. I've played around with it a little bit on this live demo. I think it has a ways to go, but you can do simple things, right? Like make orders right here in Bitcoin Cash. You can see a ledger in Bitcoin Cash. You can make a payment in Bitcoin Cash and in other cryptocurrencies as well. And you can set up really this store, this interface, if you will, however you would like, right? So that's pretty cool that Bitcoin Cash is doing that as well. But anyway, I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com. Hopefully this was helpful. I'm very curious to see how you guys think CoinText will play out. If you've used it, let me know. I'd love to get your opinion on that. But again, I will talk to you next time. If you haven't subscribed, click on that little red button below on this video, and you will get daily updates from me, Crypto Camacho. See you guys.